As we age, something becomes clearer to us, something younger people often overlook. Sleep is not just a break from the day. It is healing. It is protection. And in many ways, it is a kind of quiet medicine. For older adults, sleep is more than just rest. It keeps our hearts healthier, our memories sharper, and our bodies stronger. It helps us recover from the day's physical strain and prepares us for tomorrow with calm and energy. A good night's sleep can mean the difference between feeling 10 years older or 10 years younger. But what if I told you that the very thing meant to restore you could be silently working against you? Every year, thousands of older adults pass away unexpectedly in their sleep. Many of these deaths are labelled as natural causes, but when doctors look closer, they often find silent sleep dangers. Tiny things most people never notice until it's too late. Things like the temperature of your bedroom, how soon you ate before lying down, what side you sleep on, or even that extra sleeping pill you took without a second thought. These are not random risks. They are patterns, habits that quietly affect the way your body functions at night. This is not about fear, it's about awareness. Because once you understand these hidden dangers, you can start making changes tonight to protect your sleep, your health, and maybe even your life. In this video, we're going to walk through 10 silent sleep risks that are especially dangerous for older adults, and most importantly, what you can do to prevent them starting right now. Let's begin. 1. The cold room. Most people enjoy sleeping in a cool room. It feels fresh, helps you fall asleep faster, and for many years, we've heard that lowering the room temperature improves sleep quality. But what most people don't know is that for older adults, sleeping in a room that's too cold can quietly become a serious health risk. As we age, our bodies naturally lose some ability to regulate temperature. This means it becomes harder to keep our bodies warm, especially during long periods of stillness, like when we're sleeping. In younger years, we could easily adjust to temperature shifts, but for people in their 60s, 70s or beyond, those same temperatures can cause our core body heat to drop too far, without us even noticing. When the room is too cold, your body begins to lose heat through the skin. Over time, this can lead to a gradual cooling of your core temperature. If your body temperature falls too low, you may enter a state called mild hypothermia during sleep. This is especially dangerous because you're not awake to respond. You might not feel the warning signs like shaking, cold hands, or stiffness. Instead, your body keeps cooling quietly and your heart has to work harder to keep you warm. For people with heart conditions or poor circulation, this stress can lead to an irregular heartbeat, increased blood pressure, or even cardiac arrest. And because it happens slowly and without pain, many people simply don't wake up. The good news is this risk can be managed easily. The safest room temperature for older adults is between 65 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit. That may feel slightly warmer than what you're used to, but it is much safer for your body. You should also avoid sleeping under direct fans or next to drafty windows. Use soft, layered bedding that you can adjust during the night, and always make sure your feet are warm. Wearing socks to bed is not only okay, it may be life-saving. 2. Blood sugar drop. If you're living with diabetes or pre-diabetes, you probably know how important it is to manage your blood sugar throughout the day. But one moment that often gets overlooked is during the night. While you're asleep, your body still uses energy, and if your blood sugar drops too low, it can quietly become life-threatening. This condition is called nighttime. 2. Blood sugar drop. Nighttime hypoglycemia happens when the level of glucose in your blood falls below what your body needs to function normally. For people on insulin or other medications that lower blood sugar, this can happen more often than you think, especially if you skip dinner, ate too little, or exercise too close to bedtime. During the day, low blood sugar usually gives off warning signs. You might feel shaky, sweaty, or lightheaded. But at night, these signs are often missed. Your body is resting. Your brain is not alert. And you may not feel anything at all until it's too late. When blood sugar drops during sleep, your body tries to protect you. It might release stress hormones to wake you up. But sometimes that's not enough. In severe cases, low blood sugar can cause confusion, seizures, loss of consciousness, or even death during the night. This is especially dangerous for people who live alone. With no one there to notice the signs, some people pass away in their sleep with no obvious cause. Later, it's discovered that nighttime hypoglycemia was the silent culprit. So what can you do to prevent this? Start by talking to your doctor about how your diabetes medications affect your nighttime levels. You may need to adjust the timing of your insulin or pills. Make sure you're not skipping meals or going to bed on an empty stomach. A small, balanced bedtime snack, something with both protein and carbohydrates, like a slice of whole grain toast with peanut butter, can help keep your blood sugar steady through the night. Also, consider checking your blood sugar before bed. If it's low or borderline, take action. It's better to correct it before sleep than risk an emergency while you're unaware. Sleep should be a time for recovery, not danger. And with a few small habits, you can help your body stay safe until morning. 3. Sleeping pills and over-medication. Getting a full night's sleep becomes harder for many of us as we age. You may wake up during the night, struggle to fall asleep, or find yourself tossing and turning for hours. So it's no surprise that many older adults turn to sleeping pills for relief. But what starts as a solution can quickly become a silent risk, especially when other medications are involved. Sleep medications, whether over-the-counter or prescribed, often work by slowing down your nervous system. They help your brain quiet down, your muscles relax, and your thoughts fade. But here's the danger. Many other medications do the exact same thing. And when those effects stack up, they can quietly push your body into dangerous territory. If you're taking pills for anxiety, pain, blood pressure, or depression, and you add sleep medication to the mix, you may be putting your breathing and heart rhythm at risk during the night. These medications can slow your breathing too much. They can lower your heart rate. In high doses or in the wrong combination, they can stop your body from waking up if something goes wrong. This risk is even higher if alcohol is involved. Many people enjoy a small drink in the evening to relax, but mixing alcohol with sleep aids can multiply their effects, and not in a good way. Over time, dependence can also develop. You may find yourself needing higher doses to get the same results, which raises the risk even more. So how can you protect yourself? First, talk to your doctor or pharmacist about every medication you take, including vitamins, herbal supplements, and sleep aids. Ask whether any of them interact or carry nighttime risks. Second, try to limit your use of sleep medication. Use it only when truly needed and never exceed the recommended amount. Avoid mixing it with other sedatives or with alcohol. There are also safer ways to fall asleep naturally. Drinking warm, non-caffeinated tea, listening to calming music, or practicing deep breathing before bed can all help your body wind down without the need for pills. 4. Acid reflux at night. How silent heartburn can turn dangerous in your sleep. Most people think of heartburn as a minor annoyance, something you feel after eating too much or too late. But when acid reflux happens during the night, it becomes more than just uncomfortable. It becomes a silent threat to your health. When you lie down after eating, gravity no longer helps keep stomach acid where it belongs. Instead, that acid can travel upward into your esophagus, and sometimes even into your throat or lungs. This condition is called nighttime acid reflux, and it's more common than most people think, especially in older adults or anyone with a history of digestive issues. While you're awake, you can feel acid rising. You may cough, sit up, drink water, or take medication. But during sleep, your body is relaxed. You may not wake up, even when acid is silently irritating your airway. This can lead to serious problems over time, like inflammation, damage to your esophagus, or even a condition called aspiration pneumonia, when stomach acid accidentally enters your lungs. Nighttime reflux is also a hidden trigger for sleep apnea. When acid enters your throat, it can cause swelling, tighten your airways, and make breathing more difficult during the night. So what can you do to prevent this? Start by changing the timing of your meals. Try to eat dinner at least 3 hours before bedtime and avoid late-night snacks, especially those that are spicy, acidic, fried, or high in fat. Chocolate, tomatoes, citrus fruits, and alcohol are all common triggers. You should also consider elevating the head of your bed by 6 to 8 inches. This helps gravity keep acid in the stomach where it belongs. If you regularly feel burning in your chest or wake up coughing at night, talk to your doctor. You may need medication to manage reflux and protect your throat and lungs while you sleep. Reflux may seem harmless, but at night it becomes something more. Protecting your body from it isn't just about comfort, it's about safety too. 5. Sleep apnea, the silent struggle to breathe at night. Have you ever been told that you snore loudly? Do you wake up tired even after sleeping for 8 hours? Or has someone said you stop breathing in your sleep? These may be signs of a condition called sleep apnea, a serious but often hidden disorder that affects breathing during sleep. Sleep apnea happens when your airway becomes blocked or collapses during the night. When that happens, your body struggles to get enough oxygen. You may stop breathing for a few seconds or even for a minute, then suddenly gasp or snore as your brain forces you to wake up just enough to breathe again. This cycle can repeat itself dozens or even hundreds of times each night without you remembering it. Over time, it puts a major strain on your heart, your brain, and your entire body. Sleep apnea is linked to high blood pressure, heart disease, stroke, memory loss, and sudden death during sleep. The danger is that many people don't even know they have it. They just feel tired all the time, or they assume poor sleep is just a part of aging. But untreated sleep apnea can shorten your life and increase your risk of serious health problems. The good news is, it can be treated. If you think you might have sleep apnea, talk to your doctor about getting a sleep study. This test monitors your breathing during the night to see if your oxygen levels drop or if your sleep is being interrupted. 8 hidden sleep dangers for older adults. And how to stay safe at night. Sleep should be a time for rest, recovery, and peace. But for many older adults, the nighttime can conceal silent risks that affect health and well-being. In this guide, we'll explore 8 hidden sleep dangers that often go unnoticed and what you can do to protect yourself or your loved ones. 1. Hypoglycemia, low blood sugar at night. Hypoglycemia, or low blood sugar, can be especially dangerous at night. For older adults managing diabetes with insulin or other medications, blood sugar may drop during sleep, especially if dinner was skipped, portion sizes were small, or physical activity occurred late in the day. While symptoms like shakiness and sweating may alert you during the day, at night they can go unnoticed, leading to confusion, seizures, unconsciousness, or worse. If you live alone, this risk becomes even more serious. To reduce the danger, speak with your doctor about your medication schedule, avoid going to bed hungry, and consider a light bedtime snack with protein and carbs, like a slice of whole grain toast with peanut butter. Checking your blood sugar before bed, particularly after long gaps between meals, is also wise. A few simple precautions can make the difference between peaceful sleep and a medical emergency. 2. Sleeping pills and medication overlap. As sleep becomes harder to maintain with age, many people turn to sleeping pills. While they can help, sleeping pills combined with other medications, such as those for anxiety, pain, or high blood pressure, can quietly stack their effects. These drugs may suppress breathing and slow heart rate, and when taken together or with alcohol, the results can be dangerous. Always review your medication list with your doctor or pharmacist, including supplements and over-the-counter remedies. Avoid mixing sleep aids with alcohol or other sedatives. Try natural alternatives first, such as herbal tea, calming music, or breathing techniques. Sleep should be restorative, not risky, and with careful management, it can be. 3. Nighttime acid reflux, more than just heartburn. Lying down right after a meal can cause stomach acid to rise into the throat or lungs. This condition, known as nighttime acid reflux, is common among older adults and often goes unnoticed. While you're asleep, you may not wake up even as acid causes irritation or damage. Over time, this can lead to inflammation, aspiration pneumonia, or even worsen conditions like sleep apnea. To prevent reflux, try to finish eating at least 3 hours before going to bed. Avoid acidic or fatty foods at night, and elevate the head of your bed slightly. If symptoms persist, speak with your doctor. Avoiding reflux isn't just about comfort, it's about protecting your lungs, throat, and quality of rest. 4. Sleep apnea, the silent struggle to breathe. If you snore loudly, feel tired even after a full night's sleep, or wake up gasping, you may have sleep apnea. This condition causes the airway to repeatedly close during the night, interrupting breathing and forcing the brain to briefly wake up to restore airflow. These constant interruptions often go unnoticed, but can lead to heart strain, memory problems, and overall fatigue. One common treatment is a CPAP machine, which gently pushes air into your airway to keep it open. While it may take time to adjust, many users report feeling more alert and energetic within days. Lifestyle changes such as weight loss, avoiding alcohol before bed, and sleeping on your side can also help. Breathing should never be a struggle, especially while you sleep. 5. Sleeping on your back. Comfortable but risky, sleeping on your back is often seen as the most comfortable position. It relieves pressure on the hips, supports spinal alignment, and allows the body to relax. However, for some people, especially older adults with sleep apnea or acid reflux, this position can be risky. When you lie on your back, your tongue and soft tissues in the throat may fall backward due to gravity, narrowing or blocking the airway. Back sleeping also increases the chance of acid reflux by allowing stomach acid to move more easily into the esophagus. While back sleeping isn't harmful for everyone, if you snore, wake up tired, or experience gasping at night, your position may be part of the problem. Try sleeping on your side instead. A body pillow or wedge can help you stay in position, and some people sew a tennis ball into the back of their pajama top to prevent rolling onto their back. If you're unsure about your sleep posture, ask a partner or set up a simple camera. Sometimes changing your position is all it takes to change your health. 6. Heavy meals. Before bed, a recipe for trouble. Many of us enjoy a hearty dinner. It's often the main meal of the day, but eating a large meal too close to bedtime forces your body to stay active when it should be resting. Your core temperature rises, your heart rate increases, and your digestive system works overtime, all of which can prevent deep, restorative sleep. Worse, heavy meals increase the risk of acid reflux, especially when lying down. For those with diabetes, a large late meal can cause a spike in blood sugar followed by a drop during the night, creating a dangerous roller coaster. It may even cause irregular heartbeat or increased blood pressure, especially if the meal is high in salt, fat, or sugar. To avoid these issues, try finishing dinner at least 3 hours before sleep. Choose lighter options like grilled chicken, steamed vegetables, or broth-based soups. If you need a snack later, keep it small and balanced, like a banana, yogurt, or a few nuts. Giving your body time to digest is one of the best ways to prepare for a restful night. 7. Overheated rooms, the silent disruptor of sleep. A warm, cozy bedroom may seem inviting, but it can quietly sabotage your sleep. Your body needs to lower its core temperature slightly to fall into deep sleep, and an overheated room can prevent this. High temperatures can lead to restlessness, night sweats, and even dehydration. Experts recommend keeping your bedroom between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit for optimal rest. Use breathable fabrics like cotton for bedding and consider opening a window or using a fan for air circulation. A cooler sleep environment helps your body relax fully and makes it easier to stay asleep through the night. 8. Living alone, the risk of unnoticed emergencies. Many older adults live alone, enjoying independence and privacy. But without someone nearby, it's easy for nighttime emergencies to go unnoticed. Whether it's a drop in blood sugar, a breathing issue, or a medication reaction, these events can become life-threatening without prompt attention. To reduce risk, consider using a medical alert system or wearable device that can automatically call for help. Let trusted family or neighbours check in regularly, especially if you're managing a chronic condition. Smart home tools like fall detectors, glucose alarms, or automated medication reminders can add extra protection. Peace of mind is a form of safety, and it's one you deserve. A restful night shouldn't be risky. With just a few small changes, from how you eat to how you position your body, you can create a safer, more peaceful sleep environment. For older adults, the right sleep habits aren't just about comfort. They're about protecting health, energy, and longevity. Stay informed, sleep smart, and take care of yourself. Why sleeping too warm can be just as dangerous as cold. When we think about nighttime dangers, we often focus on the risk of being too cold. But what many people don't realize is that being too warm while sleeping can be just as hazardous, especially for older adults. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at regulating temperature. This means we might not notice when we're overheating during the night. A room that feels cozy at first can quickly lead to night sweats, dehydration, and poor quality sleep. Sleeping in a warm environment can increase your heart rate, raise your blood pressure, and interfere with your body's natural sleep cycles. You may toss and turn without realizing it, wake up feeling anxious, or find yourself drenched in sweat by morning. In more serious cases, overheating during sleep can lead to heat exhaustion or even heat stroke, particularly in those with heart conditions or who take medications that affect hydration. One added danger is that people often pile on heavy blankets or wear thick pajamas without realizing their body is slowly overheating. Unlike cold, which causes us to shiver and often wake up, heat can lull the body into deeper sleep, making it harder to notice something is wrong until it's too late. So how can you stay safe? Keep your bedroom temperature between 65 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit. This is the ideal range for most older adults. Use breathable cotton sheets and light blankets and avoid heavy bedding unless your room is truly cold. Wear moisture-wicking, lightweight pajamas that allow your skin to breathe. If you wake up feeling hot or sweaty, that's a clear sign your sleep environment needs adjustment. Also, be sure to stay well hydrated during the day, since dehydration makes overheating worse. Keep a glass of water near your bed and avoid alcohol or caffeine late in the evening. Remember, a good night's sleep is about balance. Too hot or too cold can both be dangerous. Finding the right temperature may take some trial and error, but it's one of the most effective ways to protect your health while you sleep. Why alcohol before bed can do more harm. Then good many people enjoy a small drink in the evening to relax. It feels like a comforting ritual, a way to ease into sleep. But alcohol and sleep don't mix as well as we might think. In fact, drinking before bed can quietly create serious health risks during the night. At first, alcohol makes you feel drowsy. That's because it slows down brain activity and relaxes your muscles. But as the night goes on, alcohol disrupts your natural sleep cycle. It reduces your time spent in deep, restorative sleep and increases your chances of waking up throughout the night. You might sleep for 8 hours and still wake up feeling groggy or tired. More concerning, alcohol affects your breathing. It relaxes the muscles in your throat, which can make snoring worse and raise the risk of sleep apnea. For people who already have breathing issues, alcohol can cause the airway to collapse more easily, leading to long pauses in breathing and drops in oxygen levels. It also raises your heart rate and interferes with your body's ability to regulate temperature, which is why many people wake up hot, sweaty, or dehydrated after drinking. If you take medications or have a heart condition, alcohol can quietly increase your risk of irregular heartbeat or blood pressure changes during sleep. Another hidden risk is falling. Alcohol affects balance and reaction time. If you need to get up during the night, perhaps to use the bathroom, even a small amount of alcohol increases your chance of falling, especially in a dark or cluttered room. The safer choice? Avoid alcohol for at least 3 to 4 hours before bed. Instead of a nightcap, try a calming routine that doesn't involve drinking. Herbal teas like chamomile, light stretching, reading, or soft music can help you relax in a safer way. Sleep is meant for recovery, not risk. And while a drink may feel harmless, true rest comes from habits that support your health, not just temporary relaxation. Not emptying your bladder before bed, a small habit that can lead to big problems. It might seem like a small detail, something you don't need to think about, but forgetting to use the bathroom before going to bed can trigger a chain of risks, especially as we age. As we grow older, changes in the bladder and urinary system are natural. The bladder becomes less elastic, muscles weaken, and conditions like prostate enlargement, diabetes, or medication side effects can all make nighttime urination more frequent or urgent. Waking up in the night to use the bathroom isn't unusual, but the danger begins when we wake suddenly from deep sleep. This abrupt change causes blood pressure to shift quickly, moving your body from a resting state to alertness. That quick transition can cause dizziness, loss of balance, or even fainting. Rushing to the bathroom in the dark, half asleep and unsteady, dramatically increases the risk of falling. For older adults, a nighttime fall can lead to serious injury, fractures, hospital stays, or long-term disability. There's also pressure on the heart to consider. Holding in urine too long can stress the cardiovascular system, especially in people with heart or kidney conditions. The physical strain, combined with sudden movement, can trigger an irregular heartbeat or spikes in blood pressure. Beyond the physical risks, there's also an emotional toll. Nighttime accidents, disrupted sleep, and fear of falling can create anxiety around sleep itself. Some people may limit fluid intake too much, overuse incontinence pads, or end up sleeping less than they need. Fortunately, the solution is simple. Make it a bedtime habit to use the bathroom, even if you don't feel an urgent need. Create a safe, well-lit path to the bathroom and consider using night lights or motion sensor lights. Wear slippers with good grip and remove rugs or clutter that could cause you to trip. If you wake often at night, talk to your doctor. There may be medical solutions or adjustments to help. Sleep is meant to be peaceful, not rushed or dangerous. And sometimes, protecting your night begins with something as simple as one last trip to the bathroom. Final thoughts. Small habits. Big impact. You might be thinking, all of these things seem so small. And you're right, they are. But when it comes to sleep, Especially for older adults, it's often the smallest habits that make the biggest difference. Sleep isn't just rest, it's healing. It's memory support, heart protection, immune strengthening, and emotional balance. It's one of the most powerful tools we have for living a longer, stronger, and more joyful life, but only when it's safe. Many of the dangers we've discussed happen silently. You don't feel your oxygen dip. You don't notice your blood sugar crash. You might not realize your heart is overworked, your temperature is too high, or your digestion is keeping you up. But your body knows, and over time, it pays the price. The good news, awareness changes everything. Now that you understand these risks, you can begin making better choices. Not next week, but tonight. Adjust your room temperature, change your sleep position. Skip that extra drink. Build nighttime habits that support your body instead of straining it. You deserve rest. Not just sleep, but deep, safe, healing rest. So take what you've learned and use it to care for yourself in the way you truly deserve. Because growing older isn't about slowing down. It's about growing wiser. And wisdom means sleeping well.